Hello everybody, it's Kyle again with another quick game of TDM on Highrise with my favorite weapon, which I just got on Bucky's name, the ACR, which is probably what I'm going to be talking about most of this game. The ACR, if you haven't unlocked it already or haven't used it or anything like that, it's probably the most it's probably one of the most used weapons in this game, just for the fact that it literally has no recoil on it. If you put a thermal scope on it, which I have seen some people do, it's the equivalent of an automatic sniper. Actually, I just want to make a reference for people that don't play Call of Duty. If you play Bad Company 2, the second to last sniper, I forget what it's called, I just can't remember right now. The automatic sniper, it's basically that as an assault rifle. Like you see, let's just see. Look, that's full burst right there, with absolutely no recoil on it. The only downside is, which there's a really good example right there, the only downside of it is that it has the power of it, or the bullet damage of it, isn't as good as like a SCAR or a TAR-21 or something like that. Which most of the time I can manage, but people just have their preferences. So, but most of the time from now on, probably until I prestige on this name, which for those of you that don't know, on one of my other videos I said I'm gonna get the nuke emblem before I prestige, which I heard on my regular name I've already gotten 10 nukes, so like over a course of 6 prestiges, I believe is what I'm at. Playing against people that are usually either no prestige or like first prestige, they're usually not the best players. So, and with my regular setup is a silenced ACR, cold-blooded, and Ninja Pro, which usually, you see, this is a game here before I had silencer, that's why I'm not using it. That was just, okay, that right there was a super epic fail on my part. Surprisingly, that's the only guy that seems to kill me, or is able to kill me. And the silenced ACR, it's just a really good weapon. If I'm playing like search or something, I'll either be using that or a UMP-45. I might be using a heartbeat sensor, I don't know. I'll just be using primarily the ACR and probably the UMP. Unless somebody requests it that I use some other weapon, I'm still waiting on that. But it is probably the best gun in this game, or at least the best assault rifle in my opinion. The AK-47's been up versus the ACR's been up for debate, but the AK is very good, I will admit that, but it's just a personal preference I have. Oh, and there's a good example of Call of Duty's spawn system screwing up. I get killed by a guy which was in the base that I spawned into. Isn't that lovely? And there's another Spaz, and there's a Spaz 12. And the ACR, I'm not sure if there's any much more I can say actually, but in a nutshell, it has no recoil. The bullet damage doesn't do all that much, and I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but that's just what it is. I'm just saying what it is. And if you're going to watch any of my gameplay videos, I am going to be just using a silencer. I might use other attachments for I mean, and I might use other attachments to get the other attachments. That would be probably about it. No. Again. I missed out on 2 different Harrier strikes this game. I hate when stuff like that happens. But whatever. And it took me a minute to realize, right here, that I was shooting at my own guy. So, there's a quick game of TDM for you. 25-8, I believe. People still need to realize that you can't steal other people's care packages. Kyle out.